Making progress is one of the most motivational things that can happen on your wellness journey. But in order to make progress, you have to set a goal. The goal is the most important thing in the beginning, because if you don't have a goal, you don't know what you're making progress towards. And so you can make these big, audacious goals like, I want to lose 50 pounds, or I want to run a marathon. Those are big goals. Now you take those big goals and you got to shrink them down. They were huge. Now we got to shrink them down to small goals. We had big goals, now we got small goals. And the small goals can be daily goals, honestly. When I'm working with anybody on the health and wellness one-on-one, I don't look at the weight they lost. Weight loss is probably one of the most focused on wellness metrics. And the reason for that is weight loss feels really good, but there's only so much weight we can lose. You can't just keep losing weight the entire time, because you're not going to be 0 pounds. It's just not going to happen. So we have to figure out actionable goals that we can track on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis, so that we know we're making progress towards our goal. The main thing that I focus on is how many steps are they taking in a day and how many workouts are they getting in a week, because those are going to be great indicators if they're making progress towards their wellness goal. I try not to focus on that weight loss metric too much, because I want to see people consistently working out. So let's say somebody worked out 5 times in a week and then they hit their step goal every single day that week, but they didn't lose any weight. I am screaming from the rooftops that that's an amazing thing, because you want to be able to see that consistency from working out, because that's what you can control. You're not going to be able to control the scale every single week. So it's very important that you understand that working out is very good for your brain and for your heart. And the weight loss part of it is great, but it's not the only thing that matters. And most people in the beginning of their wellness journey focus on that weight loss factor so much in the beginning that that's all they care about. And then once they hit a plateau, they get very demoralized when they're not losing more weight. But when in reality, the working out is so good for your brain and your heart. You have to remember that stuff. I'm going to use a different example from a business standpoint, because this is something that I deal with. I get so excited when I get a new school on board working with Flybodies. I just get so pumped, but it doesn't happen all the time. It's like losing weight for me. I get 1 or 2 new schools on every week, and sometimes I don't get any schools. So it's just like losing weight for me. If I don't get any new schools on in a week, I feel like I didn't lose any weight. But if I get like 1 or 2 in a week, I'm like on cloud 9. But what I try to focus on is the process. Am I calling schools 2 to 3 hours a day to put in those reps in order to just create those conversations that could lead to getting a new school on board? I don't get a new school every week. That doesn't mean I'm just going to stop talking to schools. It may mean I need to change up my approach, or just continuously call schools every week, because I know that over time I will get to talk to them more. So that's the analogy I use, just because I know that there are days when I call 30 schools and literally I don't get to talk to one single person. Answer machines all the time. When you go for a workout, sometimes it's going to be a terrible workout and you're not going to feel good afterwards. But then the next week, you're going to work out just like you did the previous week, and you're going to lose 1 or 2 pounds. And then I'm going to call 30 or 40 schools a day, and I'm going to get 1 or 2 schools. It's just how the consistency goes. Okay. You got to focus on making the calls. You got to focus on the workouts. You got to focus on that, not the actual losing of the weight, because yes, that's important, but the workouts are what matter most. Making the phone calls are what matter most. And I've tried to train myself to know that. So that's why I keep picking up the phone and I keep calling people day in and day out. And I keep going to work out, because I know that's good for my brain and body too. Set your goals and work towards those goals, but have those small goals each day so that you know you're hitting those actionable goals each day. That's all I got. Get after it.